Hi viewers, a very good evening. You're watching House Highlights and I'm Rashika. We get you all the important details from both houses of the Parliament. Let's take a look at the headlines of the House. Government is sensitive to fishermen, is Earth's External Affairs Minister S. Shankar. Lok Sabha clears anti-piracy bill. Bill to include the Beta Kuruba tribe from Karnataka under the scheduled tribe also passed. Do not criticize Jawans guarding our borders, Shankar tells opposition, underscores need to ensure respect and appreciation for the army. Rajya Sabha Chairman Jagdeep Dhankar expresses displeasure over disruptions of proceeding, rejects opposition's adjournment notice for non-compliance with rules. House takes up Appropriation Bill 2022. Beginning with the upper house, the Rajya Sabha on Monday took up the Appropriation Number 5 Bill 2022 and the Appropriation Number 4 Bill 2022 for consideration and return. The appropriation bills authorize payment and appropriation of sums from and out of the Consolidated Fund of India. Initiating the discussion over the bills, Congress MP P. Chidambaram said private investment is sluggish and export is decreasing. Participating in the discussion, Sushil Modi of BJP highlighted the measures taken by the government to boost the economy and ensure welfare of the people. Derek O'Brien of the TMC raised the issue of unemployment. Members cutting across party lines took part in the discussion.
Of the four engines of growth, government expenditure is robust, and much of the 3,25,786 crore will go into government expenditure, which is good. I only wish that the expenditure is efficient and the outcome is as good as the expenditure. But that is a different matter. But what about the other three engines of growth? We know that private investment is sluggish. Private consumption is down.
हमने कोविड का बेहतर तरीके से मुकाबला किया है। हमारे रिजर्व बैंक ऑफ इंडिया ने जो ब्याज दर है वो अमेरिका और यूके की तुलना में बहुत कम है। हमारा इन्फ्लेशन केवल 5.88% है, जबकि अमेरिका और यूके का इन्फ्लेशन रेट 9 और 10% पर पहुंच चुका है। सती महोदय, हमारा जो विकास दर है, ग्रोथ रेट, इस साल 6.8% रहने की संभावना है, जो वर्ल्ड के अंदर फास्टेस्ट इकोनॉमी है। सबसे ज्यादा ग्रोथ रेट भारत की रहने की संभावना है।
When pandemic year, that is corona, when corporate tax was purposely lowered by Honorable Prime Minister Modi ji to provide relief to the COVID patients, 2019, that is not the year which should be compared with the current year by Mr. Chidambaram. Sir, instead, Mr. Chidambaram quote the data of pandemic years 2018-19 and 2019-20, when the corporate collections was all-time high, 32% during their period.
आज भारत की महंगाई इस वित्तीय वर्ष में 30 सालों में सर्वाधिक थी सर, 30-year हाई पे, जहां भारत की थोक महंगाई 12 से 15% के आसपास घूम रही है और खुदरा महंगाई 6 से 8% के आसपास घूम रही है।
I would also like to mention the following. The linking of the rivers, particularly linking the peninsular rivers, is the need of the hour. But as it remains unfulfilled for several years, I urge upon the government to take concrete steps to execute the linking of the peninsular rivers a reality.
Chairman Jagdeep Dhankar disallowed notices under Rule 267 on Monday as the notices did not fulfill the requisite conditions. He also urged the members to follow rules and procedures while tendering such notices. Chairman reminded the members that this rule was not even invoked during his predecessor's tenure.
The rule stipulates fulfillment of certain conditions before a member can avail methodology of that rule. In spite of categorical indications, none of the notices measure up to the requirement. Honorable members, it is a painful duty for me that not only the rule is outraged, no attention whatsoever has been laid on the rule. The notices are drawn in a manner as if the rule doesn't exist. I expect the honorable members to follow the procedure indicated in the rules, go through all the two essential elements, and then carve out notice. Honorable members, as you are aware, during the tenure of my distinguished predecessor, this rule was not invoked even once, because this rule is required to be invoked in an extraordinary situation.
Chairman Jagdeep Dhankar expressed deep anguish over disruptions in the upper house. He said that disruptions lead to losses to public exchequer and waste precious time. He urged the members to set highest standards of emulation for other theatres of legislation in the country.
I painfully report to you that loss of more than 100 minutes of disruption on 13th, 15th and 16th of December has sent not a good signal. Crores of public exchequer that were meant to be utilized, time that was supposed to be used for public purpose, issues that were required to be discussed could not be discussed. This august house is a unique platform. We must share vision, passion, mission of framers of the Constitution. It is time for us to be inspired and motivated by them so that we set very high standards of emulation. Generating optics of disruption brings a very bad name to us.
Rajya Sabha Chairman Jagdeep Dhankar clarified the rule position under Rule 266 raised by the Leader of Opposition Mallikarjun Kharge.
All matters not specifically provided for in these rules and all questions relating to the detailed working of these rules shall be regulated in such manner as the chairman may.
Sir.
From time to time, direct. This is 266.
Sir.
Then 267, ये तो suspension of rules है, as already we have read. Therefore, we are requesting, आपको रेसिड्यूरी पावर्स है, इसको सस्पेंड करिए रूल्स को.
वो अपनी गरिमा गिराने के लिए उनको जो करना है करें. माननीय अध्यक्ष महोदय ये बार-बार विषय उठाते हैं कि हमें चर्चा करनी है. मैं इतने सारे उदाहरण दे सकता हूं जब गंभीर विषयों पे इनके समय चर्चा नहीं हुई, जो डेप्यूटी चेयरमैन साहब ने खुद सदन पे कहा.
And the rule says all matters not specifically provided in these rules. And Rule 66 can be availed only and only with respect to those matters which are not specifically provided. I will urge the Honorable LOP to direct his office to be little more functional, to involve with the rules.
Rajya Sabha Chairman Jagdeep Dhankar also asserted that Parliament is the forum to debate, discuss and deliberate. Chairman assured that members will be provided a platform for expression in accordance with the rules and procedures.
I would go to any extent to make available platform of expression to everyone in accordance with rules. But if senior member like you, with huge experience of more than 4 decades, is to set a standard where I will get inputs from young boys and girls, sir, what is happening in the upper house?
BJP MP Sushil Kumar Modi on Monday said that the legal recognition of same-sex marriage in India would create complete havoc with delicate balance of personal laws in the country. Raising the issue during 0 hour, he said in India, same-sex marriage is neither recognized nor accepted in any uncodified personal laws or any codified statutory laws.
Same-sex marriage would cause complete havoc with the delicate balance of personal laws in the country. परिवार, बच्चे और बच्चों का पालन पोषण भी इससे जुड़ा हुआ है। इतना ही नहीं तो एडॉप्शन, डोमेस्टिक वायलेंस, डाइवोर्स, वाइफ राइट टू स्टे इन मैरिटल होम, इन सारे चीजों का जो संबंध है वो विवाह संस्था के साथ जुड़ा हुआ है।
Time for a short break in the bulletin. On the other side, news from the proceedings in the Lok Sabha.
संसद की प्रक्रिया। हमारी संसद की इस कड़ी में आज चर्चा उन प्रक्रियाओं की जिन्हें आप बार बार सुनते हैं। आज बड़ी ही आसान भाषा में हम आपको इस बारे में बताने जा रहे हैं। सबसे पहले स्थगन, एडजर्नमेंट। स्थगन एक निश्चित समय के सदन की कार्यवाही को निलंबित कर देता है, जो घंटे, दिन या सप्ताह का हो सकता है, लेकिन वो तय होता है। सदन की कार्यवाही को स्थगित करने की शक्ति सदन के पीठासीन अधिकारी के पास होती है।
सदन की कार्यवाही आज दिनांक 12 बजे तक के लिए स्थगित की जाती है।
अनिश्चित काल के लिए स्थगन, एडजर्नमेंट सिने डिया, मतलब अनिश्चित काल के लिए संसद की कार्यवाही को समाप्त करना। दूसरे शब्दों में, जब सदन कार्यवाही की दोबारा बैठक के लिए कोई दिन या समय सुनिश्चित न हो, उसे ही अनिश्चित काल के लिए स्थगन कहते हैं।
सभा की कार्रवाई अनिश्चित काल के लिए स्थगित की जाती है।
Welcome back. You're watching House Highlights. Let's now take a look at the key developments from the lower house. The Lok Sabha on Monday passed a bill to make special provisions for the repression of piracy on high seas, with the government adding life imprisonment along with the provision of death penalty for those convicted of the crime. Various amendments moved by opposition members were negated and the bill was passed by a voice vote. The bill was moved by External Affairs Minister Dr. S. Jaishankar on 7 December 2022. Replying to the discussion on the bill, Jaishankar said that the members of the House has given many suggestions on the bill related to the death penalty and the government has taken 18 recommendations into account. Supporting the bill, Congress MP Adhir Ranjan Chaudhary highlighted the need to emphasize on border conflict issue.
In the bill, under section 3, 4 and 5, there is a range of punishments. There is a range of punishments which have been provided depending on the gravity of the offence and the extent of the culpability. So I want to assure the House Speaker, sir, through you, that the concern that there will be a mandatory death sentence is no longer relevant in view of the government amendment, which actually provides for death or life imprisonment depending on the nature of the circumstances.
External Affairs Minister Dr. S. Jaishankar said that we should not criticize our Jawans, either directly or indirectly. He also added that our soldiers are defending our borders standing at a height of 13,000 feet in Yangtze. They should be respected and their efforts should be appreciated.
I think we should not directly or indirectly criticize our Jawans. Yeah. When our Jawans, sir, are standing, please, sir, our Jawans are standing, sir, in Yangtze, in Yangtze at 13,000 feet. Yeah. At 13,000 feet, they are standing there defending our border. They do not deserve to have the word pitai. The word pitai should not be used for our Jawans, sir. Sir, our Jawans are standing their ground, so they should be respected, they should be honored, they should be appreciated. This is not something which is appropriate.
The Lok Sabha on Monday passed the Constitution Scheduled Tribe Order 4th Amendment Bill 2022. The bill will amend the Constitution Scheduled Tribes Order 1950 for the inclusion of the Beta Kuruba community in the list of scheduled tribes in relation to the state of Karnataka. Replying to the discussion, Tribal Affairs Minister Arjun Munda said the government has plans to bring a comprehensive list of scheduled tribes after completing the state-wise inclusion.
उसमें बार बार इस बात को कहा जा रहा था, मैंने कहा हमारे जो बजट प्रोविजन है और उस बजट प्रोविज़न के आधार पर जो हमारा स्कॉलरशिप, प्री मैट्रिक स्कॉलरशिप है, उसमें हम उत्तरोत्तर बढ़ाए हैं, उसको आगे बढ़ाए हैं और उसके आधार पर लगातार विद्यार्थियों को, राज्यों को हम अलॉटमेंट दे रहे हैं, स्कॉलरशिप उपलब्ध करा रहे हैं। और आप यदि देखें तो बजट एस्टिमेट को अगर देखें तो जब 2014 में लगभग 3,400 करोड़ रुपया की व्यवस्था थी, आज वह 8,500 करोड़ से अधिक बजट की व्यवस्था हमने उसमें किया है। वोट बैंक की पॉलिसी नहीं है, लोकतंत्र की मर्यादा और ताकत है, वो इस सदन में चर्चा के माध्यम से दिखे, ये आदरणीय प्रधानमंत्री जी का मूल उद्देश्य है।
The government on Monday introduced the Repealing and Amending Bill 2022 in Lok Sabha to repeal certain enactments. Union Law Minister Kiran Rijiju introduced the bill in the lower house that seeks to repeal over 60 obsolete laws. The bill also seeks to rectify a patent error in another law by changing certain words. It proposes to repeal the Land Acquisition Mines Act 1885. Lok Sabha on Monday took up matters under Rule 377. MPs from various parties raised issues of their respective constituencies. Topics of education, highways and connectivity, and cattle diseases were discussed by MPs that are a matter of concern in their area.
The permission for opening of 2 Kendriya Vidyalayas in Patnagarh and Titlagarh subdivisions of my parliamentary constituency is still pending with the central government, sir. And the matter of the Titlagarh Kendriya Vidyalaya has been going on since 2010. So I request the Honorable Minister of Education through you, sir, to expedite the process of approvals needed for the opening of these 2 Kendriya Vidyalayas in Patnagarh and Titlagarh in Bolangir parliamentary constituency.
Nongstoin, Mau 8, Nongjri, approximately 75 kilometers. Dikhya, Sutnga, Saipung, Molse, 84 kilometers. However, it has been 5 years since the approval was made, yet no development has been seen as promised. I would appreciate if you could send a central team to decide on the said issues and initiate actions to improve roads in the state of Meghalaya and speed up the construction process using innovative techniques at the earliest.
1,55,724 cattle have died so far and 29,52,223 have been severely affected in my state, Maharashtra, and the entire nation. Dairy farmers are in constant economic constraint due to the loss of cattle, lowered milk production from the infected but cured ones, and are bearing extra costs to provide extensive diet facilities and medication to the affected cattle to prevent them from dying. As the loss is huge and severely spread across the country, a centralized plan is needed from the government to revive the dairy economy.
During question hour in Lok Sabha, DMK MP T.R. Balu raised the issue of migration of youth from northeastern states. Union Minister G. Kishan Reddy responded by listing the initiatives taken by the central government since 2014 to skill manpower in the northeastern states.
The Home Ministry has made some, advancing Northeast, to improve the Northeast. They have created a portal, just like you have given a portal for us. Just like that portal has been provided. And in that, one-stop solution. What is meant by one-stop solution?
एम्प्लॉयमेंट के बारे में कंपैरेटिवली नॉर्थ ईस्ट के जो जितने भी माइग्रेंट जाते हैं, अभी अदर स्टेट से कंपेयर किए तो आप बिहार, झारखंड और उत्तर प्रदेश जैसे अलग अलग स्टेट से कंपेयर किए तो नॉर्थ ईस्ट का माइग्रेशन बहुत कम है। एजुकेशन इंस्टीट्यूशंस में भी जो स्किल डेवलपमेंट के बारे में आदरणीय सांसद ने पूछे, इंटीग्रेशन ऑफ नेशनल कैरियर सर्विस, इसके द्वारा काम होता है, स्किल इंडिया पोर्टल के द्वारा काम होता है। उसमें मेरे पास नंबर बहुत है। आत्मनिर्भर भारत रोजगार योजना के अंदर काम होता है लेबर डिपार्टमेंट का। नेशनल कैरियर सर्विस सेंटर शेड्यूल ट्राइब के द्वारा काम होता है। नेशनल कैरियर सर्विस सेंटर डिसेबल्ड एबिलिटी उनके लिए होता है।
NCP leader Supriya Sule raised the question to Ministry of Finance regarding process of recovery of dues of investors and depositors and written off loans. Union Finance Minister Nirmala Sitharaman informed that banks continue to pursue recovery actions initiated in written off accounts through various recovery mechanisms available.
If you are looking at recovering of money, a specific example I will give you of like a PMC bank. Your intention may be good, but the processes are so long that the depositors and the investors really don't get their money back. So you do this write-off. So who really benefits? And is there some way that you can shorten this process? Because people have been jailed, they are sitting in jail, but the common depositor has not got his money. So what have we really finally achieved? And the cost of, say, the assets that are kept, the assets are sitting in one place, you have frozen them. So how do you get the money back?
I agree with the Honourable MP. The processes are so layered. By the time justice is sought to be delivered, many of these small depositors are put to extreme difficulty. There is definitely a need to look at how we can simplify the process without denying justice.
During the 0 hour in Lok Sabha, while Congress MP demanded a debate on the situation in Jammu and Kashmir in Lok Sabha, BJP MP raised the issue of a tribal woman being brutally murdered in Jharkhand.
जम्मू कश्मीर घाटी में सर ये बेगुनाह लोगों की जान जाने की सिलसिला रुकने की थाम नहीं लेते हैं सर। सर कभी आतंकवाद की गोली से, कभी फौजियों की गलती से बेगुनाह लोगों की जान जाना बंद नहीं हो रहे हैं। सर ये सदन के अंदर बड़े सीने तान के कहे गए थे कि 370 धारा हट जाने की बाद कश्मीर की बात छोड़ ही दीजिए, ये पीओ के कब्जे में लाएंगे, अक्साई चीन कब्जे में लाएंगे। लेकिन आज हालत ये हो गया कि सर जम्मू कश्मीर से पंडितों भाग रहे हैं, पंडितों को ख़त्म करने के लिए सूची बनाई जा रहे हैं आतंकवादी की तरफ से, और वो सूची सर सरकारी दफ्तर से निकाले भी जा रहे हैं।
मैं लगातार इस पार्लियामेंट में अपने इलाके के बारे में बोल रहा हूं सर कि बांग्लादेशी घुसपैठियों ने मेरे इलाके को कब्जा कर लिया है और जो झारखंड सरकार के सहयोग से ऐसा हो रहा है। परसों की घटना है सर कि पहाड़ी जनजाति जो कि प्राइमेटिव ट्राइबल ग्रुप में है, जो अपनी स्थिति खो रहा है, उसकी एक लड़की को ज़बरदस्ती शादी कर लिया। शादी करने के बाद उसके 50 टुकड़े कर दिए, रुपया के 50 टुकड़े कर दिए सर, और आज तक उसके ऊपर कोई कार्रवाई नहीं हुई है।
It's a wrap of this edition of House Highlights. Keep watching Sansad TV for all the latest from the winter session. Good night.